Hello everyone. All October, it's cryptid month, man. I'm covering all the weird cryptids, creatures, legends, monsters, stories like that, state by state through all 50 states. And I'm daily posting videos in regard to this on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Clapper, all of those other sites. But YouTube, I'm gonna do a few videos this month going a little bit deeper into some of these crazier ones. So, first up, we got in Kentucky, the Kelly Little Green Men, or also referred to as the Hopkinsville Goblins. This is one of the first major reported UFO crashes or sightings, but it counts towards this cryptid month, alright? Because I say so. So, August 21st, 1955, the world was introduced to Little Green Men via the popular Kelly-Hopkinsville incident. To some, this UFO incident is nothing more than an overreaction fueled by moonshine to an animal attack. But others consider it compelling evidence of alien contact. Before I go further, sub to my mailing list on my website, and also I wrote a giant article covering all 50 states and their legends, cryptids, and creatures that you can go to at inquirewithinofficial.com. This article will be linked in the description and all that. Alright, here we go. So, August 21st, 1955. Billy Ray Taylor was visiting a friend named Elmer Lucky Sutton in the small town of Kelly. As he went outside to the well to collect some water, Billy saw something flying across the sky. He later described that object as real bright with rainbow-colored exhaust. Panicked, Billy fled indoors and told his wife, as well as the Sutton family, that he had just seen a UFO. At first, no one took him seriously, but that changed when the dog started barking. Something or someone was approaching the house. The 11 witnesses later described to the police what they saw in terrifying, vivid terms. The invaders had long arms with talons and round, oversized heads. Everything about them seemed to glow and shimmer in the darkness. Their bodies sparkled as they were made of silver metal, and their eyes had a yellowish light. Billy and Sutton had grabbed guns and started shooting at these cryptid aliens. But the aliens drew closer over the next few hours, but they eventually retreated. They flipped up into the trees to escape. One reached down and grabbed Billy's hair. Finally, the encounter was over. Several people fled into town in a vehicle to ask the police for help. The police, along with their chief, Russell Greenwell, arrived at the Sutton farmhouse to investigate, but they didn't find any clear evidence of these little silver or green men. So there's some theories about this incident, and so the validity of the entire encounter was questioned immediately. Fair enough. Neighbors, though, of the whole situation, neighbors thought of this whole situation as a drunken debacle, and some people doubted the honesty of the witnesses. And it sounds like the Sutton family started charging admission to their farmhouse in order to profit off of the interest of this story. So that's, was it all for money, or did they just see an opportunity, especially in the 50s when it's not like now, now we can see UFO stuff all over YouTube and everything anytime we want, but back then, going to the farmhouse, even then it would be cool going to a place where supposedly a UFO crashed, but I don't know about paying admission. So what do you think? What do you think of this, huh? I don't know. Got a little bit more on this, going deeper in the article. So go to my website, read the article, sign up for my mailing list. It's sick. Hella sick. Alright, next, we're gonna go over the Minnesota Wendigo. An ancient North American legend, a cryptid exists that is the byproduct of dark magic or cannibalism. It is known as Wendigo, and its tale lives in several different Native American tribes. However, the most popular folklore belongs to the Great Lakes region in Minnesota's North Woods, all the way up to central Canada. Wendigos are incredibly terrifying, nasty creatures. They are typically associated with cannibalism, murder, and greed. Their appearance is pretty revolting, supposedly. It's a humanoid monster with animal-like features such as a lounging tongue, claws, long yellow fangs, and it's said to be a little bit bigger than an average human and quite gaunt. And it has an insatiable hunger for human flesh. No big deal. It's got glowing red eyes that are like deep back in the sockets. And yeah, so supposedly that makes it easier to identify though, which that's good. So if you see something like that, run, unless you want to get eaten. And in some lore, supposedly the Wendigos are believed to be coated in ice. And so according to some legends, Wendigos don't exist outside of humans. Becoming such a cryptid is the punishment for human failings. It is believed that when a human eats flesh, they become a Wendigo. This act of cannibalism creates an insatiable hunger for more flesh, which is why these creatures are compelled to hunt humans. In some myth variations, people can become a Wendigo after simply coming into contact with the creature. According to other legends, the cryptid could possess humans in their dreams, and after taking control of the host, the monster assumes the identity of the person. So different groups assign different names and depictions of this, but all kind of a general theme and look and everything there. Some people even, consider it to just be some crazy alien. I don't know about that one, but I guess who knows, man. So various groups living in the northern I can't say it, I'm sorry. Ojibwa region describe a mental or psychological condition that results from the Wendigo. In the 1960s, this condition was a source of much clinical intrigue that sparked a bunch of psychological studies. To the native tribes, it was mainly a spiritual illness arising from dark forces in the forest. The longer the condition remains, the more control the dark forces exert, and over time, the person will transform from a human to this horrific, unrecognizable beast. One study in the 60s determined that the condition is practically determined that the condition is because of other factors such as chronic loneliness, famine, and physicians thought to treat it with modern medicine instead of traditional methods within the native groups. So, sounds like they caught some crazy people who they were accusing of being Wendigos and did this all with, but I doubt that these humans at the time had devolved to the fangs and red socket eyes and all that. So what do you think of the Wendigo? Is it real? Are there just some crazy ass cannibal people that need some help? Or is Jeffrey Dahmer really a Wendigo? That's the real question. Alright, up next we will go over here's one last one for us for today. In Ohio, the Loveland Frogmen. The Loveland Frogmen is a bizarre humanoid frog spotted in Loveland, Ohio on several occasions. The creature is said to be about 4 feet tall and bipedal. A local man reported seeing 3 of these cryptids at the side of the road in 1955. According to him, he pulled his car over and saw the frogmen for about 3 minutes. Another reported sighting happened in 1972 when a police officer claimed to see the frogmen on a bridge in the city. A couple weeks later, another officer also saw and described the same creatures. These strange cryptids were also seen by some farmers. New sightings of the Ohio Loveland Frogmen seem to pop up every decade or so. The latest reported sighting occurred in August of 2016 when 2 teenagers playing Pokemon Go allegedly saw this giant frog walking on its hind legs. Teenagers playing Pokemon Go are the most trustworthy source that you can go to. So, I'm gonna write off the Loveland Frogmen as the most real of all these ones. So let me know what you think of all these. I'm gonna be doing daily videos all October, covering all 50 states and their legends, cryptids, and creatures. So make sure to get on my old TikTok or Twitter or Instagram or Clapper or so many social media sites now. I'm trying to keep up with it all. But also new Sasquatch shirt design popping up now. Make sure you get that one. It's sick. Alright, everyone. Take care.
Inquire within.
Inquire within. Inquire within.
Inquire within.
Reveal the UFO cover-up.
Revealing the entire UFO cover-up. Okay, they're gonna reveal it one song at a time. Dig?
They're sending all the fans who sign up for a mailing list a stack of real fucking government UFO files.
Don't give up. Don't give up on living the life that you want to see.
Psychedelic, alien, rock and roll.
They got the best UFO footage and government document evidence there is, all right? Real shit, okay?
For your safety, put on the tinfoil hat.
I'm Tyrone, and I need all you motherfuckers to listen up and listen up good. Now when it comes to UFOs and aliens and shit, and the government covering up all kinds of shit, and you think you seen some shit or heard some shit or know about some aliens and shit, well guess what? You're right. Fuck all that hiding and shit. The Inquiry Within is the best place to be to find out about all that. So if you want to know about aliens and UFOs and the government covering it up, then Inquiry Within is where your ass need to be at. What you waiting for, man? Don't meet me there, beat me there, I already know. Take your ass there. Fuck all that.
So go to inquirewithinofficial.com and stop playing.